Hey, Peeps Galucia here, and today, hopefully, I'll be finishing the playthrough with Civ 5 in my post-industrial era playthrough. I just now noticed that I have 666 points towards my next golden age. Should probably do something about that. So, where we left off is we are still trying to kick this guy off of the continent. He started it. It's not my fault. And we're pretty much set up, hopefully anyway, to give him a good lashing. It's been a day or two since I've actually played, though. So you know how that goes. I'm trying to refresh my memory here as best I can. I don't have open borders with you, do I? No. Have to go around the long way. But yeah, I'm going to keep pushing through. And because this is their last actual city, and then they took Quebec City. And at this point, I don't know if I would give Quebec City back or not. I guess it depends on the whole delegates thing, because I would gain a delegate by giving Quebec City back to Quebec. And they would be my allies for the rest of the game, because there's not enough turns for them to not be my allies at this point. Shoot, I'm going to have to pillage these sheep, though, in order to keep my Gatling gun alive. Oh, well. So my goal is to get done today. We now have 20 turns left in the gameplay, but you know how the end of Civ can go. The turns can get really long, and like a single turn can be 10 minutes sometimes, especially while you're at war. That really drags the turns out. So we'll see what comes about of this, but my goals here are to finish everything up this episode. For those of you that might be just now getting to the series as it's coming to a close for some reason, first and foremost, I would say go away and go back and watch the rest of it. But to not be rude, I would just to catch you up, I would say that the whole point of this episode was that, or this series, I should say, my friend Pax gave me a challenging setup here for a Civ victory where he wanted me to play as Denmark and get a cultural victory. Not something that you would normally try to do, so hopefully I can get some success with this. I'm not sure that I can, to be honest with you. I've pushed it as hard as I could. Getting a cultural victory in general is very hard, especially with... especially with Denmark, and especially with the... versus cities. Expansion Brave New World. They've really changed how a cultural victory works, and it's a lot more challenging. It's not... What the hell? Oh, I didn't even realize. I thought my bomber was selected. I was like, where are you going? But yeah, so that's the goal. Trying to get the cultural victory up to 120 on my tourism. So I didn't do too bad. Again, especially considering the fact that I'm playing as Denmark, and they're not exactly known for their prowess in culture. Alright, so I can continue to move the troops up. I can continue to heal any troops that are wounded, and that is exactly what I'm going to do, and just keep pushing everyone up so that I can, excuse me, take their final city that was up here on my little territory. Like I said, they took Quebec City from me, so... Well, not from me, but they were an ally of mine, so I guess that's sort of like from me. So we're going to get that back, and then they will be kicked off of this continent. And the more significant thing about this was that I was going for a cultural victory, but at this point, it doesn't look like anybody is going to get like a concrete victory. We're running out of turns, and nobody's working on science. No one has completed the Apollo program or anything like that, so... I know at this point it's impossible for anyone to get a science victory. Military victory is definitely out of the question. There's way too many civs left. Everyone's spread out. There's only 20 turns. Diplomatic victory is possible, and a cultural victory is possible from some of the other peoples. The cultural victory, probably not. I still think I'm in the lead, and I don't think I have enough for a cultural victory. The diplomatic victory is possible. It seems like that's what Austria is going for. They've been really pushing that pretty heavily, but again, I don't think they have what it takes to actually get it done. They're going to get close, but they're not going to get it done. So at that point, even though I wanted a cultural victory, it'd be nice to just get a victory from points so you can at least have something. And it looks as though I may luck out with that, and I may get the points thing. Now, Napoleon had the lead as far as points go, but he is quickly, and hopefully, he's going to quickly lose that lead thanks to this dude declaring war on me, because now I'm taking his cities, which is increasing my score, and that's going to make my life a whole lot better. So, hold on a second. I see some boats. Can't have that. Oh, archaeologists. Can I destroy them with a thing? No. Dang it. It'd be great if I could stop them and then scoop that from under their noses. Well, I can get some serious... This is the one nice thing about Denmark. Now that I am doing a military thing, like, this is a simple land unit, and I'm going way over the water, onto land, and then way up there. It's the one really nice thing about Denmark, but up to now I haven't really been able to utilize it because I've been going for a cultural victory. So, like, I'm moving him, like, whoosh, like, way up there. That's ridiculous. It's a lot of movement. So let's look at the thing real quick. So I've moved up to 1335 in points. Napoleon's at 1413, so he's still got a little bit of a lead on me. Whoa! And Austria out of nowhere with 1421. Where did that come from? She must be doing something. Oh, look at how little points Egypt has. I bet you she's chipping away at Egypt since they share a border. I can't see what's going on up there, obviously, because it's all shrouded in the fog of war, but if I had to guess, I would say Egypt is taking a beating from Austria, and she's going for a points victory at the end because she realizes that she doesn't have the delegates for a diplomatic. How about those bananas? So, even taking Quebec City is not going to give me enough points for a point victory. I'm going to have to start scooping more points from other places. And quickly, because, like I said, we're running out of time here. Oof, my artillery... I don't know, I guess most people just aren't quite there yet, as far as, like, artillery and stuff goes. Because my artillery is doing, and my battleships for that matter, are doing stupid damage to their cities. I hate how Civ always wants to move units from the back first, when it's like the units in the front are in the way, clearly. Like, I never understood that. It's like, they're in the way. I'm obviously going that way. You know that, because you always suggest that I move the units in the back first, so you must know what the back is. They always do that. It drives me absolutely nuts. Because I have to be like, no, dang it, that's not what I want to do at all, and then select someone different. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Do I liberate the city or annex the city? That's a tough call, man. You know what? I'm going to annex the city. We're going to go ape crap militarily here at the end and just hope that we can get score. Because the cultural victory, let's click on that since we haven't looked at it yet this turn, has been not so hot. So we're obviously going to remain influential with Carthage throughout. We've managed to get up to popular with Polynesia, and I believe that we'll get to influential before the end of this gameplay for sure. And we are popular with Brazil, but I honestly doubt that we're going to get any better. I don't think we're going to get influential with them. And everybody else is pretty much like a guaranteed not going to happen. You can see, I mean, the main thing that's going against me is probably the fact that most people went with the ideology of order, and I didn't. So that's a lot of people where I'm losing percentages there and stuff. So that's really hurting me. Uh-oh. Brazil has completed the Manhattan Project. Oh, let's look at these votes really quick. The ban on sugar was not passed, which we expected, but the whales was not passed, thanks to my ridiculous amount of nay votes, because everybody else voted yay. Everybody voted nay except for Austria and Brazil. But Austria has a lot of votes. So it was still good that I put a ton of nay votes in there and squashed down Austria. If Austria wanted it, then that's bad, because Austria is probably our main competitors here. So, anyway. So let's look at the score now. And And the score is I have 1366. So Austria just bumped up again to 1479, whereas Egypt continues to drop. They are down to 577. So again, I have to assume that Egypt is getting spanked, and Napoleon's pretty much sitting steady at 1417. I should be able to catch him, I think. But it's hard to say. Like, Quebec City, for example, only gave me like 30-some-odd points right away. So, not a ton of points there. I'm going to end up... I used to be at war with Dido, with Carthage. And then that stopped for a little while. But I think I'm going to end up declaring war on her again and taking her city that's been over here forever now. Because I've always hated that stupid city being there. It's a thorn in my side. That'll get me some more points. I can definitely do that before the end of the game. Easy. That's easy. And then the question is, can I do more than that by the end of the game? That I'm not 100% sure about. It's a lot to get accomplished between now and then, because that's easier. It's right there. It's on, it's on this continent. It'll only take me about 5 turns probably to get set up, maybe 6, maybe. But then after that, I gotta go way south if I want to start attacking any of her other cities, and I just don't have the manpower to split into 2 forces right now, and I doubt I ever will, to be honest with you. So, because it's really late game for me to be working on military stuff. What would be really nice if I could just, like, out of nowhere take a crack at Austria and just put all my units into that one thing and just be, go big or go home. That is an option because she is my main competitor points-wise. And if I could take one of her cities, not only do I gain points, but she loses points. And that might be exactly what I need to win this at, like, the very, very end. But I still feel like, at least for now, I need to focus on Carthage and take this one individual city that's on my property. By property, I mean continent, because obviously I should own the entire continent. And, yeah, that's probably the best thing that I can do as far as points right away. And then we'll just have to wait and see. And possibly... Oh, shoot, I'm healing him. I forgot that I'm still at war with this guy, and he's got an enemy unit right there. Hold on, you. You can't heal yet. You got to shoot that guy in the face. Oh, yeah, and I have bombers. That'll help. I'm, like, moving all my units to Carthage. Meanwhile, there's just a dude sitting there like, yep, still here. I have machine guns. Okay. Should definitely deal with that at some point. That's what bombers are for. Blow. Major downside, though, I highly doubt... I don't... Jeez. Well, I wonder what the range is of the regular bomber, because right now I have the Great War era bombers. And their range is only 8. I'm wondering if the range increases with the other ones, because if it does, that would be good for me, because I don't think I can bomb their city from any 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe from the capital, it might be in range, if they have extended range as like one of their leveled up perks or something. But yeah, I may not have the bombers to help with all of that. Why are you still sitting here? What is this guy doing? He's going back and forth. See, look, he still looks like camels. Why is the caravan still camels? It should be a truck or something, like something. Anything would be better than camels. It's freaking 2032. Who's using camels? So let's look at the score really quick. So that jumped us up to 14-14. Almost caught up to Napoleon now. He jumped up slightly to 14-25. Austria's gone up again a little bit, 1491, but I think we've closed that gap a little bit, and if I can take a city from Dido, that would really help out. That super helped out, though, getting that peace treaty with a city from it. That is completely and totally rad. So the other things I could be doing is building wonders to get points. Don't have any access to wonders just yet. Most of my high production cities are working on easy stuff right now that's going to be done quickly. As soon as those things are done, I'm going to see what I have to do to get another wonder and whether or not I can get it before we're out of turns. But right now, what we're going to do is declare war on this person. Blah! Quiet, you. I have war to do. No, I don't want to select them. Wow. Dang it. I was really, really hoping that we could get rid of that submarine this turn. Okay, so let's see. Could just, I'm going to use the bombers on the units rather than the city. So that way my land units have less to worry about. I lost a unit, though. Where did I... Yeah, that guy that was still in the water. I figured that would happen. Okay. We got destroyers for the city. This guy is already set. Ba-blam. This guy can get set right now. Ba-blam. And then this guy can move in for the kill. Bam! My city, not yours. That went pretty well. Only lost a single unit, and that's because he was tied up out in the thing. So that's that. And pretty much the entire continent, like the main body of it anyway, belongs to me, except for some of the city-states that I let remain here. So now I got to figure out where I want to go from here. Possibly to some of the Carthage places out here. Possibly. Wouldn't take that, surprisingly, because I'm selecting this infantry dude right here. And he can get all the way to there in 7 turns, which is pretty impressive. So I'm going to start moving them over. And before the end of the game, we can actually get down there. So we could take another city from Carthage before this is all said and done. This one takes a little bit longer, 7 turns, a lot of land. This one is probably going to be more even still. Yep. 8 turns. Thankfully, this city is pretty close, so they can do that. But first I need to see... Okay, there's 3 cities. Oh, yeah, the cities that I just recently took don't have coliseums. If I can get all those coliseums, I can build the Circus Maximus, which will give me some score as well. The only other thing I have to build is the National Intelligence Agency, and that requires police stations everywhere. I don't think that one's going to happen. But the Circus Maximus shouldn't be that difficult. This city, however, is is a lot closer. So they're going to work on a battleship because there's only one battleship over here, and the other ones aren't going to be able to get over there anytime in the near future. But everybody else that doesn't have a Coliseum needs to build a Coliseum. If I still had gold, I would just buy one, but I don't have the gold for it right now since I had to get that ally thing, unfortunately. That's the main thing, too. I've been doing a lot of conquering, so now my happiness is going down pretty quick. It's been really high for a really long time. I didn't propose anything to the United Nations. What are you talking about? Ooh, that's really good. France just went... Now, who declared war on who? Napoleon has declared war on Austria. That is awesome. That is really good news, because if Napoleon's successful... let's look at the points really quick. First of all, I have 1452 now, so that was really good for me. Again, our closest competitor is Austria with 1495, France with 1433, so I pulled ahead of him. If he takes a city from Austria, if he's successful with that, she'll lose points, and I'll definitely be ahead of her. He'll gain points, and he'll be ahead of me, but not by much. If I can take this city from Carthage, I may be able to steal this win away at the last second. Another nice thing about this is, with any bit of luck, Napoleon might disrupt her with any of her available delegates, and that will set us up for success with, not having to worry about whether or not she's going to be able to obtain a victory, diplomatic victory. So, yeah, the two of them going to war could bode very well for me. We'll have to wait to see exactly how it all, plays out, but I'm optimistic about that one. That's pretty good. So, this could still theoretically be my last episode, because I think what I'm going to do... I think what I'm going to do is... excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and at least get through the vote. It's in 3 turns. And the vote is very pinnacle because She could steal the win with the vote right there. So, if this ends up being my last episode, it'll be because I lost the game, because she's going to win from a diplomatic victory. So, we'll wait till the end of the episode to see whether she pulls that off. If she doesn't, then we're definitely going to need another episode so that we can actually work that out and you can see... What am I find out? Oh, okay. Don't care about that. So that we can see... we'll definitely do another episode so that I can continue to progress this and see if we can pull away with a random win. Because you never know. We might be able to come up with something out of nowhere. It is definitely possible. Oh, man, they are so close this turn. It's not going to happen this turn, but it'll happen next turn for sure. They are really close to going down. Maybe I could do it with the infantry? Oh, snap. You, sir, or madam, just lost yourself a town. Out freaking standing. Here's a big question. Can he relocate down here? Yes, he can. Awesome, because he should be in range. So now we get to move to her other city that is on this side of the continent, and then also have is that little peninsula with her 3 cities. So, and we should be able to do that. Especially, it looks like they were really making a push for Prague here. So Prague already has their units wounded, and we're going to be able to kind of just sweep in for the kill there. So that's good stuff. If she doesn't get a diplomatic victory, of course. It's all riding on that. It's like every time I build a coliseum, I take another town that now needs a coliseum. So I can't get anything accomplished. Let's go ahead and just make a worker, because there's so much pillaged stuff up there that we really need to get that sorted. Okay. World leader. Austria has... blah, blah, blah. You know what? I don't even care. We're just going to vote for myself. So now she's got 16 delegates, but so do I. Thanks to that scoop up. Commit. So I don't think if we each get 16 votes, then it should just be a split and it won't work. So picking up Prague could have saved the game there. Could have. Let's find out. Next turn. Oh, it takes so long to process turns now. Whoa! That's awesome. Dito's willing to give me peace, and she's giving me one of her largest cities to do it. A population of 8 freaking teen. Yes, I accept that. My score just went out the freaking roof. Yes, my unhappiness is super high now. I don't care. I can fix that. That is huge. That is absolutely giant. That should give me a huge boost in points. Look at all this brown on the map now. Look at that brown. Yes, and no world leader was chosen. So we have secured it. You are not going to win that way, lady. At least not this time. There should be one more vote before the end of the game. So it's going to be... So the critical thing now is probably going to be money and securing city-states. Let's deal with him. So at this point, all I need to really worry about is healing units, I guess. I just need to get everyone healed up. Keep progressing the various little things throughout the map, like I'm doing right now. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this turn out. I guess I'll just leave the bombers where they sit for now, because I'm not even sure where I'm going to need them next. And we can start just kind of getting all our units land-bound, because right now they're all just kind of sitting out there in the water, and that's not good. So we'll start kind of spreading our units back out. We're not sure where we're going to need them, but we may not need them for the rest of the game. Excuse me. Because that was a pretty good secure right there. Getting that city. We're going to check the points here actually right now before I do anything else. So we're up to 1590. Very, very good. And it looks like Austria's actually lost a little bit of points. 1432. And France at 1445. So we now have an over 100 score lead now on any of the other closest competitions. Taking those cities and then being gifted a city from Carthage was absolutely huge. That, again, we may not have been able to secure a cultural victory. That's still in the bag. It's not like we've just, completely given up on that. It's still the possibility or whatever. Oh, I have to propose something here, huh? So yeah, that was a pretty successful day. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I think, again, I don't know if we can secure the cultural victory, but I feel pretty confident that we secure some type of victory. Also, not being at war now, the only nation that we're falling with as far as our influence culture-wise is the Inca. So, let's see, where were they? So Austria is actually rising faster than I would expect them to. Not sure that I can get them in the bag, but possibly. I would say anyone that's popular or better is possible. So Austria, Brazil, and Polynesia, 100% guarantee. And then these, so I might be able to get 4 out of 7 influential before the end of the game. Not sure if I could get any more than that. That may be it, but even that would be nice. I'll leave a few units over here. You never know what's going to happen over yonder. So we'll leave them. We'll go ahead and leave that plane that's there. That's fine. They can heal up. So basically all units are just kind of like standing down at this point. Where they are is where they stay, kind of thing. Let's see. You can go way up there. I don't have anyone up there. So yeah, that turned out pretty good. Obviously couldn't wrap up the series in this episode, but that's fine because we did whittle it down pretty good. We're almost done. We almost have all the turns over with. Yeah, sure. Egypt, how you doing? All right, no problem. So thanks for watching today. I appreciate the view and support as always. And now I can pretty much guarantee it. Tune in next episode for the last episode of the series, which I thought might have been as much as 3 episodes ago. Like, I kept thinking that it was a chance that it was going to come up, and then, the game slowed down so much. But also, we're not at war now, so the turns are going to progress a little bit quicker while we're at peace. Things just in general should be a little bit quicker and easier between now and the end. Right at this point, it's just a race for money and to figure out what I need to do to make sure that I keep her from getting her delegates and to keep my score above everybody else's, which right now is looking pretty solid. Wow. How the hell did Brazil get such a giant military? They are so small. And my military is bigger than Napoleon's and Teresa's. That is surprising. I guess this push that I've done lately with military just kind of put me over the edge. So Brazil, all my biggest competitors militarily wise are to the west of me, which is scary. So I'm going to move my units that way next episode and make sure we secure that, because now that's kind of scary. That's a little bit nutso. I can't move them over there because I don't have open borders with her. Boo! But yeah, that's pretty gnarly. They have a very large military, a lot of units over there, so got to look out for that. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time. Laters!